Welcome to this explainer. Have you ever just looked at a solid object, like, I don't know, the table sitting right in front of you, or even your own hands, and wondered why it actually holds its shape? Today, we are diving deep into the mind-bending, microscopic reason why the physical world around us doesn't just implode on itself. It is honestly one of the most fascinating and foundational aspects of our entire reality, and it all boils down to some incredibly strict rules down at the quantum level.
Right off the bat, there's this massive core paradox at the heart of matter. See, we know from fundamental physics that systems in nature naturally seek the absolute lowest possible energy level. They're lazy, basically. And electrons, they are no different. They desperately want to be as close to the nucleus of an atom as they can possibly get, plunging right down to the very bottom of the energy well. But if every single electron in every single atom is trying to occupy that exact same lowest energy spot, why doesn't the atom just collapse? I mean, really think about it. Why doesn't all matter, including us, simply squish down into this infinitely dense, microscopic point? What is this invisible force holding up the entire architecture of the universe?
Well, the answer lies in the absolute, totally non-negotiable rulebook of the atomic realm. It's called the Pauli Exclusion Principle. And this principle states simply, but profoundly, that absolutely no two electrons in an atom can occupy the same quantum state at the same time. You can kind of think of it as nature's ultimate anti-copycat law. Each and every electron literally must have its own unique combination of quantum numbers. They cannot share the exact same identity or the exact same space in the exact same way. No exceptions. It's a strict microscopic boundary that governs quite literally everything we can touch and see.
Let's break this down. Think of building an atom like filling up a massive concert hall, but with the most incredibly strict ticketing system you've ever seen. First, an electron claims a unique seat, which is defined by specific properties like its spin. That unique combination, that's its VIP quantum ticket. And because of the Pauli Exclusion Principle, once a seat is taken, it is entirely off-limits to any other electron. You absolutely cannot double-book a quantum state. So the lower energy level, those premium front-row seats closest to the nucleus, fills up completely. So what happens to the next electron that shows up? It's forced to take a seat farther back. New electrons are pushed into higher and higher energy shells once the lower ones fill up. And this step-by-step, seat-by-seat process is exactly what builds up the beautifully layered, complex shell structure of every single atom in existence.
To put this into perspective, imagine a universe without this principle. Electrons would just pile on top of each other, sinking endlessly into the lowest energy state. The result? A universal collapse into an incredibly dense, featureless point. Matter as we know it simply would not take up space. But because electrons outright refuse to be squeezed into the same states, they create this powerful resistance force. And this refusal is precisely why solid matter resists being compressed. When you press your hand against the wall, the electrons in your hand are quite literally being repelled by the electrons in the wall because they refuse to occupy the same quantum states. It's wild, right? That's what keeps atoms and everything made of them from collapsing. Plus, this highly structured filling of electron shells dictates exactly how every single element behaves, which gives us the diverse periodic table of elements that we rely on.
To really cement just how absolutely crucial this is, let's look at carbon, the ultimate foundation of life as we know it. Without this microscopic rule in place, all the electrons in a carbon atom would just lazily settle at the absolute lowest energy level. They'd all just crowd the front row. There would be zero outer electrons looking to share or bond or trade with other atoms. And without that, the intricate, rich diversity of chemical bonding would be completely impossible. Effectively, all of chemistry, the complex molecules that make up your DNA, the food you eat, the air you breathe, the whole shebang, simply wouldn't exist. Our entire existence relies completely on this single, strict microscopic rule, keeping electrons in their proper unique places.
So, okay, we've seen how electrons follow these incredibly strict, non-negotiable rules to give matter its layered structure, its volume, and its amazing chemical diversity. But that leaves us with a fascinating new mystery. If electrons are so strictly regulated and locked into their unique quantum states, holding matter together so rigidly, how does matter ever manage to emit energy as light and heat? How do these highly regulated particles jump around enough to give us the glow of a light bulb or the warmth of a fire? What hidden rules govern that dynamic behavior? Well, that tantalizing question takes us directly into the realm of Planck's law, which we are going to uncover in our next explainer. Until then, I want to leave you with this to ponder. If empty space isn't truly empty, and solid matter is really mostly just rules keeping particles apart, what does that actually mean for how we perceive reality itself?